Hello, lovely people. Welcome to our journey through time. Today we explore ancient feasts. More than just dinner, they shaped communities. Food was celebration, gratitude, and the glue that held people together. These gatherings were the first food festivals. Think ancient parties with plenty to eat. Feasts marked seasons, harvests, and life's big moments. They were the highlights of the year. Food was a universal language crossing all cultures. From roasted meats to fresh bread, sharing a meal meant belonging. Imagine the smells: roasting lamb, fresh bread, sweet figs, and herbs. These feasts passed down tradition and history. What did these biblical feasts look like? Each had its own vibe and menu. Passover featured unleavened bread. Matzah, a symbol of freedom and haste. The Feast of Weeks, or Shavuot, celebrated the wheat harvest with fluffy loaves, fresh cheeses, and honey. Sukkot, the Feast of Tabernacles, was a week-long harvest party with pomegranates, dates, figs, and grapes eaten in outdoor huts. Across all these feasts, lamb grains, olive oil, and wine were staples, each ingredient with its own story. Simple, honest cooking let the quality shine. These traditions remind us to celebrate abundance and gratitude. That's a philosophy worth bringing to our own tables. Let's stock your ancient pantry. Imagine stepping back in time to a world where food was simple, wholesome, and deeply connected to the land. We're going to explore the essential ingredients that would have filled the pantries of those living in biblical times. These aren't just ingredients, they're the building blocks of a culture, a way of life, and a connection to the past. Grains like wheat and barley were the backbone, the very foundation of their diet. These grains were more than just a source of sustenance. They were a symbol of life and prosperity. Bread was often the whole meal. It wasn't just a side dish, it was the centerpiece of the table, providing essential nutrients and energy for daily life. From simple flatbreads to hearty loaves, bread sustained families and communities. Olive oil was liquid gold, a precious commodity that held immense value, used for cooking, dressing, and even lighting lamps. It was the lifeblood of the kitchen, adding richness and flavor to every dish. Olive oil wasn't just a cooking ingredient, it was a source of light, warmth, and healing. Figs were nature's candy, a sweet and delicious treat that was cherished by all. Fresh in summer, dried in winter, providing a source of sweetness and nourishment throughout the year. Figs were a versatile fruit, enjoyed fresh, dried, or pressed into cakes, and pressed into cakes for journeys. These cakes were a convenient and nutritious source of energy for travelers, providing sustenance on long and arduous journeys. Lamb was the showstopper for feasts, a symbol of celebration and abundance. Seasoned with wild herbs like hyssop, adding a unique and aromatic flavor to the meat, mint and rosemary. These herbs weren't just for flavor, they were also believed to have medicinal properties, adding a touch of healing to every meal. Spices and herbs, the secret ingredients that transformed simple dishes into culinary masterpieces. Cumin, coriander, cinnamon, adding warmth, depth, and complexity to every bite. And local greens, foraged from the fields and hillsides, providing essential vitamins and minerals, added depth and meaning. These weren't just flavors, they were stories, traditions, and a connection to the land. These ingredients weren't just for flavor, they were the essence of life, the building blocks of a culture, and a connection to the past. They told stories and symbolized abundance. Each ingredient had its own unique history and significance, adding layers of meaning to every meal. A handful of herbs or a pinch of spice could transform a simple dish, elevating it to something truly special. This is food with soul and history, a testament to the power of simple ingredients and time-honored traditions. Let's see how to bring these flavors to life and how you can incorporate these ancient staples into your modern kitchen. Get ready to embark on a culinary journey that will connect you to the past and nourish your body and soul. The culinary traditions of the past offer a fascinating glimpse into the lives of our ancestors. Imagine the flavors, the aromas, the textures that graced their tables. How did they manage to create such delicious and nourishing meals with the ingredients available to them? And more importantly, how can we, in our modern kitchens, bring these ancient flavors back to life? Let's start with something simple, something fundamental. Flatbreads, the cornerstone of many ancient diets. The ingredients are humble yet wholesome: wholemeal flour, water, a pinch of salt, and a drizzle of olive oil. Simply mix, knead, and then cooked in a hot pan, preferably a cast iron one for that authentic touch. The result is a satisfyingly chewy and flavorful bread that has nourished people for millennia. Olive oil, liquid gold, was a staple ingredient, used not only for cooking but also for frying, dressing and dipping. A true all-rounder in the ancient kitchen, its versatility shines through when drizzled over grilled fish, enhancing its delicate flavor, or as a vibrant dressing for a simple tomato salad, bringing out the sweetness of the tomatoes. And for a quick and nutritious snack or appetizer, make a quick hummus. It's incredibly easy. Mash chickpeas with fragrant garlic cloves, a squeeze of fresh lemon juice, and of course, plenty of olive oil. For a touch of sweetness and depth, add dried figs to hearty stews for a subtle sweetness, their chewy texture adding another layer of interest. Alternatively, bake fresh figs with salty prosciutto for a simple yet elegant starter that perfectly balances sweet and savory. And now, for a truly celebratory meal, a feast fit for the gods, roast a leg of lamb. Infuse it with the aromatic flavors of garlic, fresh rosemary and earthy cumin, a classic combination that never fails to impress. Slow roast it until it's fall-apart tender, the meat melting in your mouth with every bite. Serve this magnificent centerpiece with a medley of roasted root vegetables, their natural sweetness caramelized to perfection, and of course those simple yet satisfying flatbreads. These dishes are rustic, honest, delicious, and perfect for sharing with family and friends, creating a sense of community and connection around the table. So bring those ancient flavors into your modern kitchen. It's easier than you think, and the results are simply divine. Ready to shop? Ancient grains like wholemeal, barley, or spelt flour are in your health food aisle. Choose extra virgin olive oil in a dark bottle for the best flavor. Fresh figs are seasonal. Dried figs and dates are always available. Pomegranates are now a year-round treat. Pick ones that feel heavy. For lamb, visit your butcher for the best cuts or choose quality lamb at the supermarket. Stock up on spices, cumin, coriander, rosemary, mint, and grind them fresh for maximum flavor. These simple swaps will transform your cooking. Your kitchen will smell amazing. Every ingredient at these feasts had a specific meaning. Unleavened bread at Passover symbolized both hardship and freedom, a history lesson you could taste. Bitter herbs reminded everyone of the pain of slavery, using flavor to evoke empathy and memory. Wine was a symbol of joy, blessing, and community, turning meals into sacred occasions. Even salt was special, sealing covenants and symbolizing purity. Nothing was random. Every bite connected people to their story. These traditions show how food can be powerful, meaningful, and deeply personal. Eating was, and still is, an act of remembrance. So what's the takeaway? Ancient food was simple, honest, and delicious, but it was also about connection. Cooking these dishes today lets you taste history and share stories at your table. It's not about perfection. Just start simple. Make hummus, bake flatbreads, roast veggies with olive oil and cumin. The real spirit is community, gratitude, and sharing. Food is the thread that connects us to the land, the past, and each other. Bring these ancient feasts to life for your family and friends. Create new memories and traditions. Get in the kitchen, have a go, and enjoy Paka.